Diablo 4, it's official. Blizzard confirms very big news, but there's concerns and new updates. Let's check it out.
It's time for more Diablo 4 news and updates. Looks like Diablo 4 is actually much bigger than originally thought. New dev comments explain. Will we ever be able to hire followers and mercenaries in Diablo 4 as well? Well, we're going to get an answer on that one. Plus, what has happened with one of the druid's key abilities? Devs respond, and an interesting detail about level scaling and how each zone has a minimum level floor, as they call it. You'll definitely want to know this one before heading into the full version of the game and even the server slam. Plus, the PC minimum, maximum, and ultra recommended specs have been revealed, so let's take a look at that. And mentioning PCs, check this out right here. So here it is. Yes, congratulations to Chuck, Brian, and Kurdian for winning a $20 Steam gift card, and special thanks to Zydex PC for making this giveaway possible. And yes, I use my Zydex PC every single day for video editing, and it's the crucial tool for crafting and recording these very YouTube videos at the highest possible quality. Whether I'm playing Diablo 4 on ultra settings without any issues or creating my thumbnail artwork, my Zydex PC runs like a breeze and always delivers with top performance while remaining as quiet as a mouse. Zydex PCs offer a wide variety of PC build options to also match your budget and performance needs. And get this, you can customize your Zydex PC to match your personality. Zydex PC was always there for me personally during the build process of my own PC, so you can have the confidence that your PC is being built right. And if you use my link in the description
I've seen
below,
a bunch of these companies make computers like this. I personally haven't went with any of them. I just kind of custom built my own PC, but like if you're not like good at building PCs, or if you don't want to mess with that kind of stuff, definitely check one of these out. I think they're pretty helpful, but they can be a little bit pricey, but I think you do get to usually pick what you want put in them.
Forget my discount code as well. Find out more about
versus like other pre-build companies.
Zydex PCs by clicking that link in the description below. So let's get into this right now. First and foremost, starting out right here with Simon, who says PC Gamer interview with you says level 80 plus, a bit more to get to level 100 in Diablo 4, but older interview says up to 150 hours to get to level 100.
Holy shit.
What is more accurate? And the response is from Joseph Perfora, who says reaching level 100 will take 150 plus hours.
150 hours, bro? That's a lot of fucking gameplay. I'm down. Let's grind it out.
For the average player experience. So, yes.
That's just like for the average player experience.
Was kind of inaccurate saying that it was 80 hours to get to max level. It is 150 hours, which is incredible. But you also have to remember
150 plus
throws a wrinkle into this as well, because they did state to get through all of the battle pass for a season, it's going to take you a whopping 80 hours, which is pretty good. And yes, the Diablo community definitely has an opinion on this one. Check it out right here. It says, I've played Diablo 2 for 20 years and never hit max level. I figured it's basically the same concept. A ton of upvotes on that one. And the reply here, 150 hours is way, way easier and faster than Diablo 2. Again, highly upvoted comment right there. So I'm assuming that's how the community is feeling overall about that situation. But you got to remember that there's this right here as well. Someone will find an efficient route of farming that will greatly speed this up. They mentioned average player for a reason. Yeah. You know,
for the average player, it'll take 150 plus hours. Obviously, there's going to be people that are going to be able to speed this process up, and we're going to probably see that within, I don't know, a month. Within a month of the launch of the game.
Oh, someone's going to find that secret farming tactic that is going to reduce that number by quite a bit. It's only going to take time, but at first, it's going to take a little bit to learn all the systems in this game. All right, so we've got to talk about this one right here. This one comes from Wowhead. Check it out. It says level scaling in party play. According to Perfora, monster level will scale dynamically for each player in the party. That being said, certain zones also have certain level floors. For example, if a zone had a level floor of level 25, a level 10 player would encounter monsters on level 25, while their level 40 friend would fight against level 40 mobs.
That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. I'm glad they're implementing systems in here like this.
And what this is telling me personally is if you're going into co-op, it is a smarter choice to kind of match your friend's level, to be as close as possible. You
Yeah,
don't want the gap to be too
obviously you're going to want them to match your friend's skill level. But with this system in place, it kind of helps take some of that edge off.
severe. That's what that information is telling me right there. So that is pretty important. But what about followers and mercenaries? Let's take a look. I was going to say this. As of now, certain named characters will help players out throughout the story, but Blizzard doesn't have anything to announce regarding hirelings in Diablo 4. Jackson adds they may have something to announce in the future, but no promises. So it would be really cool to be able to hire mercenaries to fight alongside you. That would be
that'd be cool.
And then also to have someone
I definitely see that
around your gear as well.
Carry around your extra gear, and then when you get back, just throw it in your stash or sell it.
That'll be neat. But let me know if you guys want to see hireable mercenaries in the future. All right, so let's keep going back to the world of Twitter. It says from Nasamar, who says a question about Diablo 4. I might have missed the answer, but has the Crushing Blow for Druid been removed, changed to Overpower, or is it still its own thing and will be in the game? And Joseph Perpora responded saying Crushing Blow does not return exactly as it was in previous iterations. Overpower in Diablo 4 has a fixed chance to deal additional damage based upon the character's current health.
In other words, crit hit chance.
And fortified health. The more you know. And I hope to do more guides about overpower, critical hits, and that sort of thing, because I think there's still somewhat confusion around those sort of things. So yeah, look out for that in the future, but let's keep going. All right, next up we have King X Leonidas, who says, are the server slam characters being reset for launch, or are they carrying over? And Adam Fletcher of Blizzard says they're gonna be reset, so do not expect.
You guys are going to be pissed about that one. I know a lot of you are, not everybody, but resets are happening on the server slam. Here we go. We're gonna have to start all over. But for me, it's actually good because I want to try out the other classes. Last time I played this, the beta, the 2 betas that came out, I ended up with the 2 worst classes possible, the Druid and the freaking Barbarian. So this time I'll definitely be trying out either a Rogue, a Necromancer, or what was the other one? Sorcery. So
back to keep your progress.
I like that, honestly.
You accomplish in the server slam over into the full launch of the game. Of course, yes, you can expect the beta rewards to actually carry over, so that is going to be what actually does carry over.
Oh, thank God I can finally, hopefully I can still get that wolf back bling.
So what's next? Let's find out. So we have this one right here. It says, is there any article where I can find information regarding how servers and realms will work in Diablo 4? Looking forward to playing with a friend that lives in another continent. Guess he will play with a lot of ping, right? And Adam Fletcher did respond to this saying, the game doesn't have specific servers to create characters on. It's across the whole globe. Friends can play together no matter the distance from each other. The game will try to find a server instance in between to balance latency. So that's
nice. So they got global servers.
So you have it. Seems like they're already thinking of a solution to this.
That's
problem.
good.
I'm hoping that this is going to answer a lot of concerns regarding that. And yes, I do imagine that the launch of the game will be a bit rough, but I'm thinking that this might actually fine-tune the experience as time goes on and make it smoother. So there's that. All right, so onward, we have this one right here from Dark, who says, hey Adam, any updates on the HDR color issues? The game has multiple accounts of washed out or haziness. OLEDs also have an issue with blacks looking much brighter than it should. And Adam reassures, yes, team has made a good amount of updates since.
Good.
Yeah, I actually have an OLED over here, and I will be sure to test that out and see if I have an update for you all on that one. But you know what? Let's keep going, because Spartan also has a question here. It says this.
See, this is what I don't understand. Like, people previously, like on the last Diablo video reaction I did, obviously you heard me talk about, if you were watching the video, how some people were saying that they feel like this game is being rushed and a bunch of issues aren't being addressed. However, this tells me the complete opposite, and I've been saying that. I feel like they're actually putting a lot of time and effort into developing this game, and they're actually serious in listening to their audience. I don't see it being an issue at all.
I could have sworn I saw a blue statement that HC Fields of Hatred would not be permadeath. He's saying hardcore Fields of Hatred, so hardcore PvP experience. Did you guys backtrack, or was another employee given bad info? Just curious. And Adam Fletcher says, don't know, but you do indeed die in hardcore in PvP. I guess people were kind of shocked by this. And they're like, oh no.
Well, I definitely won't be playing
There
that.
are ways that have also confirmed and reassured.
It's just a little too much for me.
Completely avoid PvP if you want to. Unless, I guess, you accidentally walk into a PvP zone, which that might be a possibility because it seems to be all very, very seamless, like the dark zones from the Division. So I could just imagine that happening to some poor hardcore player in the future. All right, we also got to talk about something else that we really haven't discussed a lot on the channel, and that is those key passives. Check it out right here. It says key passives. Unlocked at level 32, key passives dramatically affect how your other skills operate, tweaking your playstyle towards a unified goal as you unlock them. And yeah, here's an example of what we're going to expect for the barbarians, of course. Some cool stuff going on here, but it definitely does encourage players to narrow their focus, which, anyway, you know, I encourage that. Anyway, with this game, I don't recommend going jack of all trades, so I think that this isn't too much of an issue. However, some people say that this is a big issue. Check out this thread right here. It says, Diablo 4 builds are too narrow, and it's the key passive's fault. The key passives located at the end of the skill tree for every class seem fun, and offer up a variety of builds for you to focus in on for each class. The problem comes once you have selected one of these passives, you are now shoehorned into a specific kind of build with very little variety within itself. Take sorcerers, for example. Once you have selected your elemental type, how many more decisions are there to be made on the skill tree? There are already hardly enough spells of each element to fill up your skill bar. All fire sorcerers are going to be using basically entirely the same kit, with maybe one or two abilities differing. Does this not bother anyone else? This narrow scope applies to all the classes except Barbarian and Rogue, since they don't have elemental damage types to lock themselves into. Now, Barbarian is definitely the more free of the two, though. His builds seem more open-minded and driven by player choice than the rest of the classes. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why I'm so excited to play Barbarian. Now, it says the Paragon board and legendaries.
It's an interesting outlook. I don't know much about the passive keys, but I can't really speak on it. But that's definitely an interesting outlook. It's something I haven't noticed, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, huh?
If you check the data mined sorcerer boards, they still are based around elemental damage types. So there's really only two options for each element you go with. So basically, these passives seem fun and are totally build defining. They take all the control away from the player, and I get Blizzard loves casual players, but a lack of depth could really end up hurting this game. Also, don't even try and tell me to just not take one of the passives. They are far too strong to ignore. Yeah, of course, and I think you're gonna have to really go through the skill tree and plot and plan things. Now, once you hit that level 32 and you unlock your passives, I think a lot of players are going to want to experiment with their build at that point. That's when you're going to see, in my opinion, potentially a lot of respecking happening. And I think that you would want to respec then before you start heading into the Paragon board too much, of course. So I think at level 32, you're going to have some major decisions based on whatever gear you're acquiring, whatever you're doing with your skills. You might have to reassess a little bit as you go based on those passives. So always have in the back of your mind what you're going to be doing with those passives. But again, don't recommend jack of all trades. You should be really focused in on one thing, which should make it pretty easy to decide on what passive you have. Now, what he's talking about with lack of variety with the sorcerer, what Blizzard has said about the classes, they do plan to update them as we go along, adding new skills, abilities. So I think that's going to become potentially a non-issue in the future. But yeah, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, hey, Rob,
that could probably be a workaround with that issue, honestly. I just constantly updating and patching it.
Out the PC requirements. You promised me you would show me those requirements. So yeah, we have this right here. It says launch system requirements for PC. And you guys can pause the screen. Of course, we have the minimum spec requirements, as you can see right here. And then, of course, the medium spec requirements and the high spec requirements. But wait, there's also the Ultra 4K.
I will definitely be able to run this.
Go ahead and pause. where you need to, and eventually they will be adding ray tracing support post-launch to all this. So I imagine
Not worried at all about running this.
Or this is exactly what is intended even when we get ray tracing in the future. But yeah, looks like they've done such a great job fine-tuning this game to ensure that basically everyone in the world will be able to play this one on PC. That's one thing that I admire about Blizzard. They've always done that for their games, and that
Good
gets me excited.
optimization.
Anyway,
it's gonna be a lot of content. We're gonna be playing Diablo 4 a lot.
Hey guys, if you like the video, make sure you head over to the page, hit that like button, scroll over, smash that subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified for future video drops, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.